Who do Americans seem so eager to make fun of their own country? Some of us realize we are not perfect and have a sense of humor about it. When you are secure, it is easier to be critical or to laugh at yourself. America has the largest economy in the world and the strongest military and has the most cultural influence as well. We also have a long tradition of self-criticism which is absolutely protected by the First Amendment. The advantages lead to two different things that engender internal criticism. The first is a belief that we can still do a lot better than what we are doing, because we know we have the ability to improve in an area if we actually focus on it and invest resources. The second is that we can afford to laugh at our mistakes because deep down we still know America has all these various advantages. However, I'd also note that there are a number of prickly people in America as well who get upset at criticism, depending on the type of criticism. But again, with the First Amendment, people who complain about criticism are quickly attacked with speech by other Americans. In Turkey, you can go to jail over it. Because nothing is sacred here, nor should it be. First off, Americans have a very broad set of free speech rights. Unless you are making a legitimate threat of violence to a government official or office, you can mock the US as much as you want. The other piece is that America and Americans feel pretty damn secure at our place on the global stage. We get a ton wrong around workers' rights, etc., but we are pretty much untouchable on the global stage. That means we do not feel particularly vulnerable despite areas where we could improve. Finally, Americans have very divergent views on what is best for America. There are who think we should look, act and be like we were 50 or 100 years ago. Then there are those who think that the progress we have made in social equality are a positive. Or those who loved when we had a strong and growing middle class during the post-WW2 days. And others who cringe at the idea of going back to a top tax bracket of 90% in income taxes that spurred that middle class growth. Because we have the freedom to and aren't at risk of getting thrown in jail for it. Because we can. Self-deprecative humor is a huge thing for Americans. At least the relatively younger crowd who's often online. I personally find it to be a good trait to have and find it so weird when people of other nationalities get so butthurt when you say less than flattering things about their countries. Really depends on the American. Some would get very upset if they heard anyone say anything remotely like that. Politics and religion are synonyms in some parts of the country. People can take patriotism way too personally, because it's their entire personality. The impulse to immediately deny or come to the defense of something in the face of criticism is a barrier to progress. Being able to acknowledge shortcomings means we are able to try and fix them instead of ignoring or denying them. I think this is true for any country. I mean, gestures vaguely at everything. Can you blame us? Security or so. I live in the Netherlands where it's seen as tacky to be patriotic. But talking down on our country is totally acceptable. Makes you seem down to earth and realistic, I guess? We Balkans make fun of our own crazy patriotism, but we still love our country. Is that the case? John Oliver mocks the UK all the time. I seem to remember the IT crowd having a bit about a fire extinguisher not working because it was made in the UK. Those are just anecdotes. But I still suspect that other countries are capable of accepting criticism. Where are you from? I feel like most people love making fun of their countries. Because everyone else, especially the Europeans, do such a subpar, mediocre at best job of it. We have to come up with our own jokes. We're like that in the UK too. I think it comes from the security of knowing that you're actually really lucky to live there. Plus a realization that even with that luck there are lots of things that can be improved. Plus at any one time, half the people on the country didn't vote for the current president, prime minister. So are likely cross, sad, embarrassed about some of the things their country is doing and don't want to be associated with it. Depends on the individual. Part of our founding culture was the ability to take a piss on own leadership verbally without being arrested. We don't mind when others join in. Welcome all. Our country is running by a bunch of old turtles and our elections turn into a reality TV show. Our political climate is both funny and sad at the same time. A lot of other places it's just sad.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.